Hi, my name is Robert. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. Here's a little video showing you the different exhaust turbo flanges that you may find on your Volvo 850, SV70, P80 cars. The 850s turbos came with what we call conical flange. The 98 S and V70s all came with what we call a straight flange. 99, the turbo cars, I know the T5s did, not sure about the GLTs. They all came with a angle flange. And then some of these cars have been modified for high performance, and this flange is off of a S70R. So I'm going to show you the difference in these flanges so that when you're looking for performance and wanting to know what's going on with your exhaust, you'll be able to look at the exhaust through the hood over the back of the engine and know where your car stands. A lot of these vehicles have been modified. Many of them do not have the original flange when it comes to the 850s, but when you're dealing with your turbo, having your turbo rebuilt, buying a replacement turbo, it is critical that you know which flange you have, because the flange dictates what kind of downpipe you have on there. And if you don't get the right turbo flange, you won't be able to bolt your downpipe on. Then you'll be sitting there scratching your head when you try to replace your turbo, if you're trying to replace the whole unit. The whole unit, not just the CHRA or the assembled turbo. So let me explain the differences, teach you how to tell the difference by looking in your hood, and we'll go from there. Now I have a caliper here that's going to show you the millimeter opening of the exhaust flange, which connects to your downpipe, and then I have a baseball here to demonstrate how wide that opening is. First one we have here is the stock turbo flange off of the 850 vehicles. Your turbo's here, so this bolts on to the intake side. Your exhaust bolts on here. I believe the 94 and the 95 850 came with this exhaust flange, which is conical. If you look in your hood and you're able to see the top of the turbo, because it's been taken off, the heat shields are off, this is what you'll see. You'll see the turbo on the other side of it. I can bolt one on there, but that's not the point. Your wastegate should be near close, and you'll see the top of this, and your downpipe will bolt on here. If you have the original 850 turbo, this includes the R's, all the T5s, all of them. The 850 cars came with this one. You'll look and you'll just have this structure like this on the turbo, and you'll have a small downpipe. Now, if you take a baseball, try to put it in there, it hardly goes in there. If you take a caliper, measure that opening for the exhaust going across, that opening is 53 millimeters. So 53 millimeters is that opening across. This is your conical flange. So if you order a turbo unit and you want your exhaust to bolt on, you need to know if you have a modification on there so you don't get the wrong one. This is the conical turbo flange. The next one up is the straight flange. I believe that the 96 97 and 98 Volvo turbo cars came with this straight flange. This is the one I have on my cars. If you look at it when it's bolted in the car, you will see this piece here isn't as fat as the piece on the conical flange. So this is a little thinner, and when you come across to the next hump, you have a groove in there. So this is a straight flange. A lot of people connect 3-inch downpipes to this straight flange. A 3-inch downpipe will not bolt up to the one that came on the 850. Again, this is on the 98 turbo cars. The opening on it, instead of 53, is 61 millimeters. So that one is almost 20% bigger. Put your baseball up there, it eats a little bit of the threads. Really can't see that because my flash is too hot. So this is the straight flange. Conical flange, straight flange. You got more of a flat spot here on it that the turbo bolts to. Your downpipe comes off of that. You have a recessed area there, and these things aren't as meaty. The next flange you see is the angle flange. This flange is the one that Volvo started using in 99. If you see, it's got an angle cut on it, similar to the straight flange, but it's got an angle cut. However, the opening is bigger yet. Volvo was learning, along with other turbo manufacturers, that the bigger this opening is, the more of the hot turbo heat and exhaust heat can get away from that turbo. It helps that turbo perform better. So this opening here is 70 millimeters. So it's another 15% larger than the last one. A lot of people like the angle flange. The purpose of you knowing this is if you look over into your engine bay and you see that angle on there, you will know that you got an angled turbo flange and your downpipe is angled. So don't order one of these two turbos. That's not going to work. So this is the angle flange, probably twice the size of the original conical flange. So you need to know if your car's been updated. Let's hit the last one. Last but not least, this is the K24 turbo. It has a turbo flange that is angled as well. It's a little different than the last one because this is not a Mitsubishi turbo. This is a turbo from the Garrett family. The opening on it is also 70 millimeters, maybe 71, but it has these bolts on the side of it. It doesn't have the clamp style on the side of it. This turbo's a lot bigger. Some 850s, S and V70s has been fitted with this turbo. This one has the early charge pipe exit. The newer ones have a different one. However, you need to know, if you see these bolts on here, that thing is an angle flange, so it'll probably fit the same downpipe as this one. However, it's a larger turbo. It's a K24. So those are the 4 popular turbo exhaust flanges that you'll find. Let's take a peek in Queen Bee and maybe a peek in Red Baron so you can see what's installed on those 2 vehicles. Now, when you take this baseball, it almost is swallowed up in these angle flanges. That thing goes in there pretty good. So they're a lot bigger. Let's take a look at Queen Bee. Opened up the hood in Queen Bee. Let's go back, look at the turbo. There's a turbo there. Here's the downpipe. As you can see, it looks extra fat. When you look at the exhaust flange, you see it's got that flat part over there. It's got that C-clamp there, so it's a TD04 turbo. And you got this piece here on this flange. You got that groove there, that piece there. This is a straight flange on Queen Bee. I got the same kind on Panther. So this is a TD04 turbo, because you see that clamp there, and this is a straight flange exhaust manifold wastegate assembly that is commonly found on the 98 cars. This 850 has been upgraded. Here's the red bearing. Excuse me. We're going to pop open the hood on it. I don't believe red bearing has ever been modified. When we come over here, the heat shield is on it and in the way, so the heat shield will have to be removed before you can know for sure what kind of turbo and what kind of exhaust wastegate flange is on it. Let me come over this side, see if I can peek it from this side. Really hard to tell. So it looks to me like this may have a straight flange on it. So let me take this heat shield off to be sure. To get this heat shield off, to see what kind of flange it had, there was a lower bolt down here, 12 millimeter there, 12 millimeter there. I was able to pull this heat shield, top of the heat shield off, so I can see that turbo. 3 12 millimeter bolts. I took the heat shield off of red bearing, and red bearing has a straight flange. It is not conical. So the 95s have a conical, the 97s have a straight flange. So you need to verify which one you have. There you have it. Before you order a replacement turbo, you need to check to verify what kind of exhaust turbo flange you have. If it's a 94 or a 95, it likely has a conical. If it's a 96 through 98, it likely has a straight. If it's a 99 and newer, it likely has angled. Take off those heat shields, verify the flange on it, then order your turbo, because you don't want to get a turbo in a unit, complete unit, that you can't bolt on your exhaust and keep rolling, unless you're planning on getting a fresh exhaust as well. And that goes same for the exhaust. If you order a downpipe, you need to make sure that downpipe will bolt on to the exhaust or wastegate flange that's on the car, or you'll need to replace both. Don't waste your time. Take 5 minutes and verify. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.